what world do you think our kids are going to be living in?
Right.
You think they're going to be outside throwing a racquetball against a fucking wall?
But it seems like you're looking at the same thing over and over again. That's like my problem with bowling and darts. You're looking at the same goddamn thing.
To me, pattern recognition, it's kind of how I think about like content and business and those things. I like pattern recognition.
Why do you like pattern recognition?
It comes to me. Like
but you like chaos.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But I, you know, I definitely, I'm a big fan of pattern recognition. Like, to me, everything just happens over and over and over again, and you just have to understand the historics. So, for example, my great thesis right now, where I think all the money is going to be made, this is the television, and that is the radio.
So you're pointing to your phone is the television, and the TV is the radio.
And it's 1948 to 1957, meaning we're going from a primary, as a society in the U.S., the primary device in our lives is switching from the television to the phone. The same thing that happened in the late 40s and early 50s from the radio to the television. If you go back and understand the brands, the media companies, the personalities, what happened in that decade, then you can start making bets on understanding, oh, wait a minute, if the phone's the television, then Facebook and Twitter and Instagram are ABC, NBC, and CBS. Shouldn't I become Bob Hope and Lucille Ball? Because if you go back and read, a lot of the radio stars didn't go to television because they disrespected the medium. So I would tell you, I asked you this before we went on, I was fascinated because I know you've been really a pioneer in this, an early dude. Like, you went to podcasting, and I'm sure now everybody's like, oh my God, can I be on your show? But when you first started it, didn't have the, you know, the brand as a platform it has now. I'm sure plenty of people were snickering at it, or what does it mean? It's what it is.
Well, they were doing it recently. Like,
people are still doing it.
Howard Stern was making fun of podcasts just a couple of years ago. Not even a year ago, he was mocking people doing it. Now we get 95 million downloads a month.
Of course he's mocking it, because everybody mocks the competitive thing that's rising above them.
There's that, but it's also...
That's what it is.
Yeah, it is that, for sure.
Let's just save ourselves some time here.
In that way. Well, in my opinion, radio's fucked, because you have to tune in at a certain time. You have to listen to their commercials. You have to, I mean, the medium of podcasting is so superior that it's instantaneous. You pause it when you want. You get back in your car, it Bluetooths to your car. It plays anywhere. You can go from your car to headphones. It can play in your car, or it can play in your headphones. You could pick it up. You could put it on your laptop. You could have it stream in your house. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. You delete them. You download them. They're instantaneous. You can get them whenever you want. You can go through the archives.
I agree.
I mean, and it's also 100% uncensored, 100% unproduced. There's no one in, like, with this, it's me and Jamie, and that's it. I mean, there's no one else involved in this. That's it.
And look at Jamie. I mean.
Yeah, he's just chilling. But I mean, it's really amazing in that respect that there's no corporate, and like when you get to these kind of numbers, usually you'd be in some giant building somewhere, and there'd be a gang of people involved, and they'd have meetings, 100%. And after the show meetings,
editorial post, and
we never had a fucking meeting ever.
Do you guys even talk? Do you guys even talk to each other?
Yeah, all the time. We're friends. But we smoke a little weed, knock some pool balls around. Jamie has a good idea. We go, yeah, let's do that. And we fucking wind up doing it. But it's so informal. And it's like there's nothing going on like corporate.
What's amazing is it allows the talent to rise to the top.
Well, it also allows people to be themselves, which is what allows the talent to rise to the top, or allows I don't even say the word talent, but allows content to find its way in a pure manner, where it's not like, if you have a bunch of people influencing what you do, as soon as you start compromising, and as soon as you start compromising, you just can't, it's never going to get through the right way. Like, one of the beautiful things about stand-up and one of the beautiful things about podcasting is that, like, if you go to see a guy like Bill Burr, his Netflix special is out right now, ladies and gentlemen, just came out. He was on earlier today. Like, you see his thoughts. There's no one telling him what to say. There's no one, you know, when you watch a stand-up on stage, that's their thoughts. They figured out a way to hone it to their personality, and then boom, put it out there like that.
Yep.
And that's the same thing with podcasting, and that's never existed before.
Yep.
They've never had the opportunity.
The internet is we take it for granted. It's really fundamentally only 22, 21 years old.
Yeah.
Windows 95 really kind of put normal people on it. It is the great shift in our society, And I think we haven't fully quantified its impact across the board.
Well, if you think about 20 years and what a short period of time that is in human history, and if we go 100 years from now and look back, they will look at this like this great explosion of content and creativity and expansion and integration, this integration of thoughts and ideas and the instantaneous ability to communicate that's just never existed before.
Nope, and they're going to think it's slow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is going to say, everybody's like, it's so fast, and the kids. I mean, I love how everybody, like, these kids are not going to be capable to live in society because they're on a phone. I was told that I would not be a functioning human being because I played Zelda and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out too much.
Well, they were right.
They
you wouldn't be functioning that way.
But really, I tell my friends all the time, like, what world do you think our kids are going to be living in?
Right.
You think they're going to be outside throwing a racquetball against a fucking wall? Like,
no.
The world's shifted.
Yeah, they'll be taking selfies of their ass.
That's exactly right.
That's what they're doing.
They're gonna be putting on contact lenses and living in a VR world 24/7.
Right.
That's what they're really gonna be doing.
That's really what they're gonna be doing.